That one made me gag, and I never gag. I have it for anything, but that one,
Yeah,
that was terrible. What was the worst one for you? You think?
I think uh dead fish or something like that.
Yeah, that was
Dead fish one. Yeah, that was nasty. Like ah,
even
it's
something.
so crazy how much psychology it plays into it because like you're eating this bean and like you're thinking of like the dead fish, right?
Yeah, you know it's not real, but
And yeah, it's not real, but it's like still like almost tastes like it. Welcome back to Out of the Box podcast, where Steele and I, your host, get to talk about outside of the box ideas. Today, we're going to be talking about fun and out of the box foods that we've tried in our life. So I think this will be very interesting, seeing what types of foods we've tried out of the norm. Um, but before we actually get started, I want to invite you guys to like our video, also subscribe to our channel. This is a channel that is focused on providing out of the box ideas. Really, we want to provide content that spans outside of just different topics, but we also bring in guests from different subject areas. So that's something that you can definitely find in this channel. So we highly invite you to subscribe to our channel if you're interested and just learning a little bit more about the world and getting to see how amazing it is. So, without further ado, Steele, have you ever tried something that was very out of the box, very crazy that you never thought you would eat, like an insect or something like that?
well, I've always been a picky eater, but I have tried the craziest thing I can think of that I've tried was frog legs, you know, and I was surprised to find that it really just tastes like watered down chicken, like
Hmm.
chicken that has less flavor, if that makes sense. Have you ever tried frog legs before?
I don't. I think no, it was alligator. Yeah, no, I don't
Oh,
think I've tried frog legs.
what does alligator taste like?
It was. I think it's more tender than than chicken. It was it was an interesting texture. It's definitely more tender. Not too.
Does it taste like chicken?
I think the seasoning can do a lot. You
Oh, yeah.
know, the seasoning can definitely do a lot. But I think in terms of texture, that's what I noticed was very different. That it just like
Yeah.
when you kind of bite into the alligator meat, it's just not as you know as tough as
Oh,
a chicken.
I'm surprised.
It's just more tender. And I would say maybe it could be also the cooking aspect of how they cooked it that specific day, but it was that yeah, that's what I noticed was very different. It was almost like you know how alligators and iguanas, little uh amphibians, they tend to have like very flexible skin, almost very. I think that's what it it came to. Like it has like very like tender, like like skin and muscles, and so I think it's a combination of maybe the areas that they live in. They just have to make sure that their body is not too structured or too tight, but it's able to move through little cracks and that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
um
I think also the craziest thing that we've tried is the spoiled milk and the spoiled egg.
oh the
The
Boozled,
Bean
dude,
Remember that?
those are pretty, yeah, those are pretty crazy, man.
I would count that.
uh
That was terrible. Yeah.
Man, that Bean Boozled game was crazy. So for a lot of people that don't know what the Bean Boozled is, it's basically a game that has a wheel, and you turn the wheel and it lands on a certain color of a bean, right? And so they have a bowl of different color beans, and so you have to pick out the one that came out on the spin wheel, but you don't know if it's going to be a good egg or a bad egg. So it could be, for example, the white one could be ice cream,
Yeah.
but it can also be maybe spoiled milk. And so you don't know what you're going to get. And
I
so
almost
the
threw up.
game kind of continues as we like spin the wheel. We get different colors,
Yeah,
and if you actually swallow the bean, you get a point. And we kind of made this
yeah.
point
So
system.
what
I don't
happened?
think it's
Yeah,
actually a thing.
yeah, and it was fun because on my birthday, my friend had bought me the Bean Boozled game and bacon soda because I love.
Baking soda was crazy.
Yeah, and so I remember when we were playing that with about I think 3 or 4 other people. You were there. Jose Talamantes, who's been on our podcast, was there, and some other people and other friends. And yeah, we had a point system. So like if we didn't swallow, we lose points. And basically, the person who lost the most points had to chug the bacon soda. And I remember it was Jose Talamantes.
Yeah,
He lost, so
that baking soda was so nasty,
he
right?
chugged.
Because I mean, you said you love bacon, right?
Yeah,
But
bacon soda was
so we wanted to go try this bacon soda to see if it was actually legitimately good.
yeah.
But it was just like,
The hotter it got, the worse the flavor got. And then I
uh,
remember Thomas almost threw up
oh,
after.
he did, yeah,
I almost
and
threw up.
he chugged it. He chugged
Yeah,
it
he
too.
did. We got that on video or something. I remember that. And the worst jelly bean for me was the spoiled milk, and maybe it's because I'm lactose intolerant. So like I'm not. I don't know, but that one made me gag, and I never gag. I have it for anything, but that one
Yeah,
that was terrible. What was the worst one for you? You think?
I think uh dead fish or something like that.
Yeah, that was
Dead fish one. Yeah, that was nasty. Like, ah,
even
it's
something.
so crazy how much psychology it plays into it because like you're eating this bean and like you're thinking of like the dead fish, right?
Yeah, you know it's not real, but
And yeah, it's not real, but it's like still like almost tastes like
almost
it.
ingrained in us. Like the fear is once
Yeah.
ingrained in us.
Oh man. Yeah, that was so nasty, man.
Even
That
the popcorn, you wouldn't think the popcorn would be that bad, but it's still I didn't even like that one.
yeah. Yeah, that was pretty crazy stuff. Like even remember when we went to Oyster Bake, there was the bacon
Oh
covered
yeah.
in chocolate and fried, and it has like honey on it too.
So yeah, I remember the bacon covered in chocolate, and then I also remember the fried Oreo. Yeah, it
Yeah, the fried Oreo was actually pretty good. It
wasn't bad.
wasn't
It was weird, but
it wasn't bad,
but the
but
fried
like
bacon though.
yeah, the fried bacon. So it was like uh, bacon with like a little bit of honey fried, and it has chocolate as well on top of it. And I'm like, why do people even like sell this?
I
Like,
thought I would like it because I like bacon and chocolate, but it just did not taste good at all.
yeah, yeah, maybe some aspect of the frying
And,
or stuff like that.
well, and I also tried bacon with ice cream, and that was terrible too. Because I saw Sonic was advertising it, but I think they just put bacon pieces. I put a whole piece of bacon. In. That was terrible. Yeah, it
Mm,
doesn't go. I guess sweet
yeah.
stuff and like salty. I don't know for that at least.
Yep. That's pretty interesting. Were you ever that like did you ever see a kid or were you that kid that ever like mixed like different things when you were younger, like in elementary or something? Like mix like different foods. Because I would do that. Like sometimes I would, dip my bread that was covered on with butter in my milk, and then I would put it on the tray and then put kiwi and then orange juice and just like mix it up and see like what it tasted like. And whoever like drank it was like, so strong, like, oh, you're so strong. And
They're pushing
I'm
it.
sure like it messed me up a little bit, but
Oh, yeah, I've seen other people do that, but I actually, it's a funny thing. I do that more now actually as an adult because I do things like I like to experiment with different recipes and like try out mixed foods that haven't been mixed. So like with quesadillas, for example, I never heard of anyone making it before, so I was like, I like bacon. What if I made a bacon quesadilla? And it's like amazing. It tastes amazing. So like I think that's a
yeah,
crazy food combination, and it for the better, for good, for positive.
yeah.
That was one
Just
of
like yesterday, I had a bean burger, right? And
oh,
so they put a bun of like what, hamburger meat or hamburger bun, and they put some beans on it. They put some chips, like what's it called? Yeah, like chips that you use to eat salsa with. They crunch them up and then they put them on top of the beans. Then they put a meat patty, right? And then they put salsa, like a little bit of mild spicy salsa, and then they put tomato and lettuce. And you'd be surprised, man. It actually
Yeah,
tasted really good.
yeah, you
Like
wouldn't
it
think
tasted really good.
You know, another one I
So
tried, another quesadilla I tried was I put this mac and cheese with like three cheese and like bacon bits and stuff. And I put that in a quesadilla too. And like it was actually really good. Like the cheese with the noodles with the flour tortilla and the noodles are fried on the edges. That was actually really good too. I also like to do crazy things with hamburgers too, like you were mentioning. Like sometimes I'd
yeah,
put our tortillas, I put like hash browns with bacon with syrup all in a tortilla, and it would actually be really good.
nice.
And you can really
Yeah.
push the limits.
Yeah, I even try doing that sometimes. Like it's not too like foreign, I think. But like sometimes like when I was younger, I would always do this. I would get some fries, right? And then just put them on the burger
Yeah,
and
some
then like eat it like that and put like some ketchup
British,
on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
chips
on
too.
my burger. And so it's almost like I'm having fries and the burger at the same time,
Yeah,
which was like so amazing for me. But
exactly.
yeah, man, there's a lot of things, especially like I think I grew up, and this is something I came to realize that a lot of people don't do. But um, growing up, one of the things that was like a snack for me in my family is you get the hot dog, right? The hot dog wiener, and you cut it into like round slices. So you cut it up into round slices. You put lime, and then there's this chili powder called tajin. And so you sprinkle it on top, and it's just like a snack that you can eat, you know. And a lot, I tell a lot of my friends, and they think more in the mentality of like, oh, a hot dog, a wiener is more for like a hot dog, you know, to eat it with, you know, ketchup and tomato and and onion. But like we put lime on it and put chili powder on top, and it just tastes amazing.
I never
You know,
thought.
I think it tastes like really good. But like, I think it's also, you know, to the Bean Boozled game. Like if you conditioned your body to receive it more in the presentation of a hot dog, then you know when you put lime and chili on it,
Yeah,
it's you can't make that association, right? And so
it seems
I
weird.
think I think that's one of the like really interesting things that I just thought it was normal, you know, and I started telling my friends and they're like, you eat what? A hot dog with lime and chili powder? What's that?"
Yeah, yeah.
And but it tastes amazing. If anybody wants to try it out, like that's one of the things that I recommend. Just getting like a hot dog, you know, don't even heat it up. It's just like how it comes out it from the bag. Slice it up in little round things, lime and chili powder.
You know, another thing that's really good is enchilada casserole, where you kind of like layer enchilada or you layer corn tortillas on the bottom and top. You know, not in rolled up, but like a lasagna kind of, and you put the
Yeah,
cheese in between, and that's actually really good. It's like a
yeah.
lasagna, but enchilada lasagna.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, actually my mom does something like really similar to like she'll make instead of using pasta for the lasagna, she
Mm.
uses tortillas.
Oh,
And
nice.
so she'll use the same sauce like tomato sauce. She even puts like layers of ham
Oh
and
yeah,
cheese. And oh my god, man, like
that's good. Yeah, it's really
it's so good. So good, man. Like I just, you know, maybe for people who are gluten intolerant, that might be something interesting to like look into because man, like if you love lasagna, this like tastes really good and it's I mean it's never gonna be the same, but it actually I think it has its own flavor because of the tortilla.
Mm.
But
I also do like really fast microwave enchiladas by doing tortillas and putting fajita in there, like from the mic from like just cooking frozen fajita that's already cooked, and then I put
yeah.
cheese on top of that in the microwave, and it's like a faster way. It's like a
Mhm.
fast enchilada, you know. It's not as good,
Uh,
but it is fast.
yeah, yeah. That's interesting because so for breakfast, my mom makes these uh like it's almost like enchiladas but with beans. So instead of using a sauce for the enchilada, you put the tortilla, you heat it up in the pan, and then you put the tortilla on the refried beans, right? And then you roll it up, like you roll it up. You put beans on both sides. Make sure that it's on both sides. then you roll it up into like what looks into an enchilada,
Mm.
and then that's what we call enfricoladas, right?
Mm.
And so it's like it's an enchilada, but with instead of like a tomato sauce or a green sauce, it's beans. And you put a little bit of cheese on top, maybe some avocado, or you put like the egg on the side, and it just tastes amazing.
That just sounds
So,
good.
you should try it out sometime, man. It's really good. Yeah, if your mom ever makes like refried beans, like just throw a tortilla in there, like roll it up, and make a. You can cut it in slices like just a enchilada. Um, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
And I'm about to try that, man. There's so many cool things you can do with all of those, like enchiladas and quesadillas. I feel like there's so many possibilities. I've seen people do brisket and roast enchiladas.
Mm,
Those are good. Fajita enchilada. Like there's so many combinations. This is another thing I would like to do is like make like a combination of different meats. So like pepperoni, ham, turkey meat, and like even
mm,
cut up hot dog and like bacon, and just mix all that together in either like a flour tortilla or just a hamburger kind of thing. And just like
yeah.
it's like a huge just combination, and put like spices on there like onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, and soy sauce. I have a
Yeah.
tendency to put soy sauce on my fajita meat. I don't know why, but it kind of like it dulls down the spices to where it's not too intense, but it also adds
Mm,
flavor.
yeah. Yeah. And it's actually interesting that you mentioned soy sauce because like my dad, when he when he makes certain types of meats, he'll put some soy sauce,
Oh yeah,
and it actually doesn't taste too much like soy because I honestly don't like it too much. But
nice.
when he uses it for certain meats, it just like it doles down, like you said, the flavor of like the intensity of the spices, like you said. So weird how it does
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
it's good. But it kind of retains the flavor, but makes it less spicy, I guess.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, man. Um, I know we have a time crunch right now, but so any last thoughts on crazy foods?
All I can say is, if you have something in mind, try it out. Try cooking it. If you have, I mean,
Yeah.
if depending on how the cooking experience you have, but you know what I mean. Like, there's all kinds of YouTube videos too. But yeah, I just say try it out and see if it's good. You might invent something great. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, let us know guys if you try out anything that's interesting. Let us know if you try out the things that we also said in the podcast today. We would love to know what your experience was and your reaction. If you could please share that, that would be mean the world to us. So thank you guys for watching towards the end of this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can continue receiving content, out of the box content, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.